Sorry. As we're dying.
Jesus Christ.
We're trying. See, we're catching the zombie apocalypse now.
Right, right. All right, we are back.
Hey guys.
That's right, we are back and brought Jamie in again, just cause, hey, you know, why not? And we're gonna do some, what? There's a problem with that?
No,
No?
I like doing reviews.
All right, that's good. Oh, way to give away what we're gonna do today. All right, we're gonna do another game review. And, you know, let's just get right down to it. Let's show you the game. So because it's a really popular one.
Yes.
We love it.
We play it all the time.
We play it all the time. It's the DC deck building game.
That's a little late, isn't it?
What? It's only been out a year.
I say we talk about the new DC deck building game. Expansion. Yeah.
All right, the hell with this. Get out of here, you. Let's talk about the new one. All right. So, DC Deck Builder, Heroes Unite, standalone expansion. 2 to 5
players. Comes out February.
That's right. It comes out in February, so yeah, it's not like we've got it early. Obviously, Cryptozoic Entertainment put it out, obviously, because it's an expansion to their game.
Yes.
Same basic premise, 30 to 45 minutes, anywhere from 2 to 5 players.
Yeah.
15 and up, they state. I think a really cool 13-year-old wouldn't have any problems with this game.
I don't think so. It's an easy game to learn.
Yeah, yeah, especially if you're playing against Jamie, because she'll just tell you what cards to buy.
I can't help it. I just know the combos.
She's got to be a helper.
I do.
All right, obviously based on CZE's Cerberus game engine.
Yes.
And very popular, very cool. It's coming out in February, as Jamie said. Jamie, how much is this bad boy going to cost people when it comes out?
$40.
$40. All right.
That's not bad.
No, it's not. It's not. It's like 3 cards short of the size of the first game. It's down to like 211 cards, something like that. So it's not bad, and you don't miss them. You don't miss those few cards that you're supposedly missing. I don't even know where they're at.
Cool champions, cool heroes.
Right. Ooh, the heroes.
No.
All right.
Heroes.
Well, let's go ahead, since Jamie mentioned them.
Heroes.
Let's talk about the heroes. Let's go. All right, guys. Obviously, for any kind of deck game review like this, and there's heroes, we got to talk about them. So here we go. The first hero, BATGIRL. Powers are once during each of your turns, you may discard a punch card. If you do, draw a card. Mike, thoughts on BATGIRL?
I like her. Not one of the strongest heroes in this game, but early game she's kind of fun. Try to get you to those cards you're buying quickly. Later in the game, you know, if you're not deleting as much in this game, which is kind of a problem, you can get rid of those, you know, punches and try to search for your higher stuff.
Okay. All right. Jamie, Black Canary. +1 power for each different villain you play during your turn.
One of the strongest heroes of this game, because there are a lot of villains that work off of it, and they build on top of each other. There's a ton of villains plus the super villains that trigger. So she's one of the strongest in this game. Yeah,
I got to agree. I think if there weren't super villains, then it might not be as big a deal. Mm-hmm. But because you've got the villains and the super villains, it really pushes it. All right, Fez, going to ask you about Booster Gold. +1 power for each defense card played during your turn. When you avoid an attack, draw a card. Sir, your thoughts?
He's only good if you actually have the defenses. If you don't get the defenses, you're kind of dead in the water.
Yeah, he's very, very reliant. He's almost the Flash of this new set. And for those that know me, I can't stand the Flash from the original game. All right, so I'll take this one. It's Hawkman. +1 power for each hero you play during your turn. I'm going to say he's pretty close to the second. If Black Canary is the first most powerful, then he's the second. Obviously, you don't have the super villain, so it'll clog you up a little bit because those are your goal.
Yeah.
But there are plenty of heroes. They work really well together.
Yes, they do.
And he is an amazing hero. You definitely want to get a hold of him. So, Mike, Nightwing.
Yeah, Nightwing.
The first time you play an equipment during your turn, get +1 power. The second time you play an equipment during your turn, draw a card. Your thoughts?
I like this hero. He's a mixture of Batman and Cyborg from the first game. A little bit of draw, a little bit of extra power in there. Plus, this game, does work a little bit more with equipment. So, I mean,
they definitely stack with each other.
Yeah, it's not hard to trigger.
With all the power rings.
Exactly. Overall, I like him. Probably, I'd say 4th or 5th. Strongest.
Okay. Jamie, you get my least favorite hero, Red Tornado. Once during each of your turns, if there are 4 or more different card types in your discard pile, you get +2 power. Your thoughts?
Red Tornado is definitely the ones that if you don't know what you're going for, you need to grab everything because he triggers off 4 different types. So you have to get a mixture. You can't just focus on one type of card like equipment or superpowers. He's really hard. I think if it was maybe 3 power or 4 power, he'd be stronger. But 2 power late game doesn't seem like a lot. So, but definitely one of the weaker ones.
Right. Doesn't seem to make it worth playing.
Yes.
In. Okay. Fez, you get Shazam. Shazam's powers, you may pay 4 power. If you do, gain the top card of the main deck, and you may put it on top of your deck or into your discard pile.
He's a good card, but at the same point, it's a double-edged sword. Either you get lucky off that top card, or you're getting nothing off that top card.
Sure.
So it kind of floats one way or the other.
Okay, and you can't play it cohesive.
Nope.
Because you're just kind of
you're
junk,
winging it.
Yeah, the junk deck at that point.
I like him.
All right. Extra shout out to Mike and Fez from the old Tucson WoW days for helping us do that hero review.
Yeah, that was awesome heroes.
It was. They definitely make the game fun, and we also tested with some of the older heroes thrown in, and it works just as fun, just as well.
Yes, we can't wait to actually match them.
Yeah, they had to wait. I told them they had to wait till we got the review done before we could mush them all together. There is one more hero though. So Starfire, the promo hero, on her way.
And what does she do?
Starfire says that at the start of each of your turns, if there's no superpower in the lineup, aka the path to buy, draw a card.
That could be strong.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to say. I think that the other players could screw you over a little bit and just be like, leave a superpower there. Speaking of that, why don't we just give our general thoughts about the game while the folks get to see a little bit of how a game's played?
I think that sounds good.
All right, let's go to the footage.
All right, Jamie, as the guys are playing, well, actually, as we're playing, let's go ahead and talk about some of the stuff that we like about the game. Yeah. All right, locations. How do you feel about the locations in this one?
Personally, in my opinion, I like the locations, but I don't like them. To me, in the original DC, I liked them more because I like the draw power.
Right.
But this one, actually, the locations, instead of straight up drawing, you have to reveal the top card of the main deck, of your main deck, and if you have the villain, which is Apocalypse,
sure,
you either get a villain. If it's not a villain, you either discard it or keep it on top. So it filters out through your deck, but I still rather have that draw power.
Okay, you'd rather have the guaranteed draw.
Yes.
Because it triggered, of course, the old one's triggered when you played whatever.
And this one's flat out reveal.
So. Right, flat out reveal. Okay, so now for me, I thought in the original, the locations were the biggest problem.
Because they're strong.
Because they're really strong. And in this one, I think they're more subtle, and I think they're more versatile in the end.
Yes.
Because, as I think you had stated earlier, okay, reveal it. Oh, look, it's not what I wanted, but it's a weakness. So now it's in my graveyard. It's out of the way.
That's the plus side of it.
Right. It not only doesn't clog up this hand, but it won't clog up my next one.
Yes.
And I personally like that as an older school player. Sometimes that filter is better than the overall draw. True. For me, anyway. Yeah. Combos.
There are a lot of combos. Like with the heroes, you have your hero cards, such as like with Starfire, you have her card, which is Warrior Princess, which also plays off Starbolt, which is a superpower.
All right.
And like Warrior Princess is +3 power. It's a hero.
Okay.
And it reads, if you play or have played one or more Starbolt cards this turn, gain a card from the lineup and put it into your hand. Now that's pretty strong.
Wow.
You want that.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it just straight up puts it in your hand. Now, Starbolt then obviously is just a complete crap card that you wouldn't want to play, right?
No, it's a superpower.
Okay.
Of course. And it's +2 power and an additional +1 for each superpower in your discard pile.
Okay, so it's pretty strong all on its own.
Play those two, you could probably get any card you want.
You can probably get 2 cards that you want. If you've got a couple of superpowers,
Yeah.
in your graveyard.
Especially with Starfire's power, where if there's none in the lineup, you can just draw a card at the start of your turn.
Draw a card, which is always good. Yeah, and those are some pretty good combos there. The one I'm thinking for Booster Gold, I can't think of the name right now, but Booster Gold's is you get +2 power for any defense cards that you had played. And of course, as we saw in the Hero Roundup, what his power does, playing defenses anyway.
Yeah.
So it's just boom, even more.
Yeah.
Red Tornado's card puts your entire deck into your graveyard.
And his other one, his mini one, which is like Windmill, I believe it's called. It's where it's Batmobile.
Oh, right, the Batmobile
discard
effect.
your hand and draw a move, which plays off your graveyard discard pile too. So.
Right, absolutely. One thing I saw with this game over the old one was that we seem to go through more of the main deck.
I know, it seems like this one takes longer.
Right. The older games seem to be a rush to get to the end of the supervillains. This one, the costs are better balanced to the point where you see more of the deck more of the time.
Yes.
I think there was one game where we kind of rushed through out of the multiple that we played, but most of them we saw or got worried that we were going to buy the last card before the villains were bought.
Yep.
So kudos to the CZE guys for getting that balance where it's that really close. Good. And it really was closer in a lot of the games.
So what do you think about the supervillains in this one?
I love the supervillains in this one. Now, not being a regular DC guy, I didn't know a lot of them. But their effects are phenomenal.
And they hurt.
They hit a lot harder, I think, than the old ones.
We definitely go through more weaknesses in this.
Oh, God, you get more weaknesses. And there doesn't seem to be quite as much delete, so you get stuck with more of those weaknesses.
Which helps you feel, like with the locations.
It just, helps you filter them out of your hand at least. And I think they have better effects. Like Necron, for example, the big Black Lantern, the original Black Lantern. Go ahead and discard, delete or destroy up to 3 cards in your hand
and draw that
many cards. You just burn through your deck. Oh my God!
You're getting that many weaknesses. You want him because he can delete stuff.
Right. Well, or you just want to get rid of your punches.
True. Unless you're Batgirl.
There is Batgirl, and interesting, as we said in the hero review, interesting stuff there. Well, this one you've got the Starbolts and the Warrior Princesses. More cards play off each other.
Plus, you have all the discard stuff.
Right, there isn't quite as much discard.
There's a lot of stuff where you play from your discard pile.
Oh, yes, there's a lot of discard. There's a lot of messing with your discard pile.
You want your discard pile.
Black Canary's, card, the Canary Scream.
Yes.
It's a defensive card. Stop an attack, and you can either draw a card or
put a villain on top of your deck.
Put a villain on top of your deck. Yeah. Okay.
I saw you play that card.
Oh my God!
You played the crap out of it.
I roughed him up with Black Canary this week.
And Necron. So.
Oh, and Necron was in there. Oh yeah.
Necron on top. Boom.
But all right. Do you think anything else?
No, we touched on everything. We touched on all the heroes, the locations, pretty much everything.
Yeah, I think we did. All right. Well, hey, why don't we go back to the studio, get a little wrap up on this, and then call it a night?
Sounds good to me.
All right, guys, back to the studio. Oh, we're back. All right. Well, that's that. And so kind of a wrap up, Jamie. Yeah. We want to wrap this up. What are your overall thoughts? Just, give me your rating. Let me know what you think about the expansion.
I would say 4 out of 5 stars, maybe 4.5. Still really good. I have to say I still favor the first one. Okay. But this one is definitely really up there. You can play it. It's replayable. You can play it all the time like we have. Like we're wearing the thing down already.
It needs sleeves.
It does.
Bad.
But it's fun. I enjoy it. I love the new additives that they added to it. It's still the same types and everything. It's really cool.
Okay, yeah, I can see that, and I mostly agree with you because I think it's where I would give the original a 4 out of 5 or a 4.5 out of 5 to a 5. That knocks me down on this one anywhere from a 4 to a 4.5. Yeah. I do like it. As you heard our talk about how the game actually plays, it is different from the old one.
Yes.
So I think I can't wait to see it mixed.
I can't. Like,
I still do like the game. I'll still play it. I'll still play the old one. Well, Jamie, I guess that's it.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Obviously, thanks for coming on.
Thanks for having me.
Guys, that's the DC deck building game, Heroes United, from Cryptozoic Entertainment. Come on down, give it a shot. Guys, personally, I gave it a 4. Jamie gave it a 4.5. Somewhere in there, plus or minus halves. Good game. Love it. Gonna play some more. You like these reviews? Let us know. Tell us what you think we can fix, because Lord knows we're not perfect. At least the old guy isn't. And yes, the stash will get dyed.
Perfect.
That's okay. Really?
I had to. You put it.
All right, guys. On that note, this has been the Mozu Report. Bye.
Oh, that was a little
That was nasty. Yeah. Here, you breathe it on you.